Hello, Michael King here. I'm just going to share with you today a really quick, simple tool that can assist you on the journey of your own personal becoming. Now, we all have those deep aha moments, or those moments of realization when you feel tall and solid and grounded and invincible. Whether it be through a conversation with another, or something you've read in a book, or some insights through a deep meditation. But it so often happens that when we have these aha moments, they don't stick around for very long. You know, in the moment they happen, we think the rest of our lives is going to be perfect and we're invincible. But so often, as time ticks on, the old habitual patterns of the mind kick in and gently erase the elated feeling. It's kind of like a sandcastle we build on the beach, and as the tide comes in, it washes away what we've built. But my question is, how can we make these elated states of being and insightful moments more like messages chiseled in rock that are going to stick around and be there in times when we really need them? And that's what this little tool I've got for you today is all about. You see, I kind of see the mind like a big warehouse or a pantry, a big universal pantry, and the thoughts of our mind are like the ingredients within the pantry. If you imagine a pantry, the ingredients that you use most often are obviously going to come to the front of the pantry, so they're the ones that are most readily available and most easily accessible. And it's no different with your thoughts. The thoughts that you think the most often are the ones that are going to be there for you. So when we look into our pantry, you've got to ask yourselves, is the food that's facing us and the food that's most readily available, is that of service to us? And it's the same with our thoughts. Are the thoughts that I'm thinking really serving me? Thoughts are the source of all creation. You know, they're the way that we express ourselves within the world. And if you're not thinking thoughts that are perfect reflections of who you choose to be, then it's time to rewire the thought pattern. And the easiest way to do that is when you have these divine moments, or these moments of introspection or aha moments, is to write it down. Because so often we just have the moment and then it passes, as I said. So what I do is I've got these little cards that you can either make out of some cardboard or some these are like old library cards, and I write the moment, the insight or the affirmation down very clearly and specifically, and then throughout the day I read it over and over again, and it becomes these thoughts that are beneficial for me move to the front of the pantry. And whenever I'm in a moment that would often invoke a reaction or a negative train of thought, I can call upon this thing that's more easily accessible now. So let me give you some examples. This first one here just says, I embody perfect faith in divine love. To doubt one single thing in creation is to doubt it all. This one I love. Only what I'm not giving can be lacking from any situation. That's a quote from one of my greatest teachers, which is a book called A Course in Miracles. And this is another one. Every single one of my trillions of cells is smiling. I am made of joy. And that one just makes me look within and imagine all the trillions of little cells doing a little dance, and it straight away makes me feel a lot better. I mean, you could literally write anything on these cards, and I put them on my bedside table, and each day I literally just grab a random one and put it at the top of the pile, and each time I walk past I read it. Now let's look at what affirmation means. To affirm means to make it firm, or to set it in stone within your reality. And as you know, you can buy many affirmation cards out there. There's hundreds of books written on the power of affirmations. But what's cool about doing this is you make your affirmations that specifically and vibrationally relate to you. And they're going to be much more powerful because you don't have to repeat it over and over again to establish the emotional connection with it, because you're the one that originally wrote it. So in the second that you read it, it's going to trigger an emotional response and get the creative juices flowing. Now, I believe the greatest time to affirm or to read over your affirmations is straight after meditation, because after you meditate, your mind is super clear and calm and still, and there's no contradictive thought, or very little contradictive thought. So it's like you've got a clear garden bed, you've dug out the weeds and turned over the soil that's ready for planting. And as you read the thoughts that serve the highest good of who you choose to be, you literally plant those seeds within your fresh garden bed. And by watering them continuously and feeding them what they need, then these plants are going to grow and serve you well.